And Christina, this is the Global Digest think tank group, and you are our guest today.
I am a lecturer at European University, and also I have a position as a head of the chair of economics. And I have a track record in teaching and lecturing more than 18 years in the different subjects based on the international finance, macroeconomics, microeconomics, even project management. As well, I have a professional experience as a tax advisor and corporate finance advisor. I had experience as a scientific secretary at National Academy of Science and more than 15 years. And also for the PhD, it is in Beechwood University. This is a DBA program based on the different countries and different students. There I teach methods and methodology, how to write a dissertation. It's a DBA program, and I have 5 students, PhD students, and I'm a supervisor for them.
I see.
In a different title. So, okay, it's one she defended at Slavonic University. The title was Anti-Corruption Policy and Implementation in the Government Sector. And the 2 students, PhD students, they defend, and now they are Doctor of Economics.
I see. It's a private university, right? Not Armenian government university.
No, it's a private university now.
As you are professor about economy at the university, I don't know, Armenia, how did you consider Armenia macroeconomy? I don't know, Armenia is, can you say, part of European or part of Central Asia? How can you consider Armenia position?
Armenia, yeah, thank you for asking. Armenia is the Central Asia now, but we are wishing to be joined in EU countries, but I think that it is not real because our mentality, our behavior, and historical codes based on the Asian. About the other question based on macroeconomics issues, the country now, it depends on the other countries' economics, like our neighbors. We are a semi-war now because I don't know you know or not, but we lost a lot of area which is based on the economic and historical approaches. And we lost the area in 2022. This country is called Nagorno-Karabakh, and Azerbaijan won against our national army, and we lost more than 7,000 young soldiers, young people. And plus, we lost a lot of area, economic conditions, about corn, about production, about everything. And the second one is that our macroeconomics depends on other economics, other countries like Russia. And now Russia has a huge conflict with Ukraine, and this is the main gap of getting bad or good experience and efficiency in macroeconomic policy, like exports, imports, monetary policy, tax budgeting policy, and etc. So it is depends on other countries' behavior, and about 70 and more, 80% products Armenia imports from Russia.
I see. So
that's why.
It means Armenia economy is heavily dependent on Russia, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Suffering economy since the conflict with the Ukraine.
Yeah.
In Russia suffering economy as it means it's also suffer to the Armenia economy.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So, because we are not resource-based economy, and we import the important and essential resource like gasoline and the oil resources from Russia.
Right.
And if they change the prices, our economy will die, and the expectation of consumption is going to decrease because people has less money because of inflation and the period of the poverty.
Right. So you are suffering, economic suffering, because Russia economy was badly suffering. During Armenia-Azerbaijan war, as Armenia is aligned with Russia, Russia did not support Armenia.
Russia supports Armenia. This is not the main reason. The main reason is that exportation of the Russia and our interrelations, conditions has been changed, because it doesn't matter that you are a good relation with Russia, but in other case you should be a good relation with the EU and other countries. But now it is the bounding of Russia. That's why we have a lot of problems based on the conflicts. A lot of Armenian, we have a lot of diaspora in Russia and a lot of diaspora in Ukraine as well. In Armenia are living 3 million people, but our diaspora is more than 9 million people.
I see.
Who are living abroad.
Majority in diaspora, right? So
yeah,
less population in Armenia. So once Russia become weakened, which means even though Armenia is friend with Russia, Russia cannot that much support. Very much they cannot support fighting with Azerbaijan, right? It has limitations.
Yeah.
Right? Russia.
This is the type of the business, because they have a relation with Azerbaijan, and it's based on the oil, and they are building automated programs, and that's why
Armenia has very difficult time, difficult situation, because neighbor country also has big problem. And your Armenia economy, it's not full market economy, right? It's more about socialist economy, or how can you categorize it?
No, it is full economy, let's say, but now we are in a D group of the country. It means that our exports of goods and services are not allowed to other countries, because we are in near the war. That's why the products which are so called in a D group, it means the limitation of exportation of the different countries. And we don't have this categorizing before the conflict.
I see. So you want to say Armenia is a market economy, but
Yeah, market economy, but mostly depends on other countries.
right. So nowadays, because of international atmosphere, international circumstances, Armenia become limited to export.
Yeah.
So it means you don't have any like free trade agreement with the European or America or other countries.
We have agreement more than 180 countries. It doesn't matter, but the main the urgently issues is that we are resource-based country, and we import mostly luxury for us and important for us, it's oil and gasoline. We import from Russia. We can import also from Iran, but it is not it's not limited in other countries issues, and that's why we are in one country's dependent. That's why you should be very good with Russia, because you can lose the priority type of the gasoline with the cheapest price. If they increase the price, the economy will die, because we don't have alternatives.
I see. So Armenia receive or import cheap price from Russia. and and other country may be much expensive.
Much expensive because
But,
of the
but
so
the problem is international economy is American, European will be sanctioned Armenia. Because they sanction
but
Armenia.
sanctions, yeah.
That's why, because you have a deal with Russia. If deal with Russia, American will sanction, European will sanction, then your economy will be crippled.
Yeah, that's why this is the main so issues. But we have agreement with the international countries, more than 180 countries. But mostly we import from Russia because we are joined in one union. It is called Eurasian Union, like EU. But we import from Russia and pay zero customs fees. And when we import, for example, from Dubai and let's say from Japan, we pay 10% as a tariff and 20% as a value-added tax. But from the Eurasian countries like Belarus, not Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and we pay nothing because it is one union.
I see. So I don't think Eurasian Union can save Armenia economy, because all are in trouble. The big one, Russia, Russia, if lose or Russia suffering badly economy, Eurasian Union will also suffer, So I mean,
yeah, it will be good, but if we compare with our borders, we don't have a border in geographical sense. So we don't have a transit somewhere, and it's very far from us. And the expenditure of the logistic is higher. That's why I think that it's my own opinion. That's why in geographical location and other conditions. Make more cheaper, more expensive. So all the deal with business.
it's possible because geopolitical logistic also important,
Yeah.
You don't have a seaport, I mean seaport to the Black Sea or the eastern part of the sea. You don't have any link to the sea, no sea.
We have a good relation with Georgia, but sometimes they so local the transportation based on Lars, and Lars is the road transportation which we export from Georgia to Russia or from Armenia, and transit country is Georgia. And sometimes they close the Lars, and the huge tracks do not have opportunities to re-export to Russia or other countries. That's why.
I see. So you don't have your own seaport, right? You have to hire.
We are dependent.
You have to depend on Georgia seaport.
Yeah.
Apart from Georgia, you don't have other seaport. You cannot use Russia seaport or
no.
Don't have agreement.
No, that's why they want to give the region which is called Sunik, and it is the connection with Azerbaijan and Turkey. The road which can export so essential and important products.
But you have problem with Azerbaijan, so you cannot have a seaport with the Azerbaijan, right?
No, we don't. No, yeah, it's right. We have a conflict. So Azerbaijan is enemy for us.
Right, but Georgia is also not much friendly with Russia, So
yeah, I know it. I know. Historical, they have a historical they have views. It's based on the historical views because Russia, the king of Russia, Grozny Ivan, he killed the king Vakhtang, and caged all the lands, and that's why the Georgian people hate Russia. That's why. But we are very familiar to them because Georgian, I'm part of Georgia, my GNA and DNA, and that's why a lot of Armenian people are living there. And I have a lot of relatives who are living in Georgia now, in Tbilisi.
I see. The problem is, I mean, Georgia is not good relationship with Russia.
Yeah.
Armenia has a main dependent on Russia. So whenever Georgia dissatisfaction with Russia, that can also affect Armenia. Can close your seaport or any transit, transit route with the Armenia. So I mean, Armenia has very limitation, your location is you don't have no connection with any sea, right?
Yeah, right. We don't have.
That's main challenges. Is not possible to have it. So
we are dependent. That's why the country is dependent, and we have new. This is the main idea how to boost the economy. Now it's IT.
I see. So
That's
what about IMF? They help Armenia.
IMF, yeah, International Monetary Fund. Yeah, we Armenian Central Bank got a lot of credits from the IMF, and they support the project, but it's based on the financial sector.
So I mean, IMF can support a lot of things for economic development. So you don't have a good development with the IMF.
We had a lot of debts there, and they support, especially in the sector which are non-profitable. I think that's why.
I see. So,
for example, in a social sector, like schools, like roads, and etc., which are not so beneficial for the whole economy.
I see. So now you initiating IT sector, right?
They have a privilege in IT sector when the IT companies are startups, and they pay less taxes, or they are in a tax holidays, or they get from the government the financial aids or subsidies.
I see.
So IT is essential for economy, and that's why the government every time boosts all the IT companies, and especially we have a lot of IT companies here, and the most products are exporting to the USA, I think, and in different countries of EU.
I see. So you have a lot of company already exist.
Yeah.
Meaning, I see. So you can enlarge or make bigger project, right? IT project.
Right. If you are a large company, you are in a common taxation system, so you pay taxes.
I see.
And a lot of Chinese people are living here. Even we opened a school, Chinese school here, and this is the main diplomatic issues that the Chinese people are allowed to live more than 6 months here without submitting any or applying any visa. And the opposite, the government of China gives the opportunity for Armenian people living in China. And we want to boost the Silk Road based with our historical issues, because it based then more than 300 years ago, and now they want to boost again the Silk Road, which will be more beneficial for Armenian especially.
What kind of trading between
trading exports more than the goods, and especially products are exporting from China, importing from China. That's why most of the clothes, let's say textile production, are importing from China.
Right. Well, you have a lot of import oil from Russia and get
Yeah,
from Russia and other products,
other, yeah,
like
product.
gas
Yeah.
and things from China, all are
When we sum up the GDP, the ending of the GDP is net export. Yeah, this is the minus in our GDP, and that is why per GDP, so economic growth of Armenia is less than in other countries because we export less and import more.
I mean, you
So import is greater than export. That's why our GDP is decreasing.
right,
And if we divide it for a whole population, it's approximately adds up 1,500 approximately $2,000.
right. I mean, you have a lot of human resource, human export overseas
Mhm.
diaspora, many Armenian diaspora. You said 90.
Yeah,
Then they did not bring any money for the country.
they sent money for the FM family for living. But diaspora, based on the historical issues like genocide, into 1915, Ottomanian Turkey killed more than 1.5 million people, and they were spread around the world. Who were alive, and that's why it's so created diaspora. And now we have a lot of diaspora based on war against Nagorno-Karabakh and Azerbaijan, because a lot of people lost their homes, lands, ability to live, and that's why it is for the democracy of the European countries, and they can live there as a
I see.
lost people. Yeah.
I see.
The second reason is that people who are not from Nagorno-Karabakh, and they leave the houses, they so country lands because of wishing live better, because of light life, let's say. But they want to live better in so democratic countries. For example, I lived in Warsaw for in 2020 until 2024. There I was studying, and plus teaching at university and working as a business analytic. But because of the reason of the family, I returned back. So a lot of people just stayed there in Poland, I think because of the best life. And we have a double citizen status here. So you can be as Armenian as another country citizen, or when you apply as a non-citizen of Armenia, you have to refuse from the citizen status in Armenia.
Dual citizenship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I see.
This is called as a citizen quota status.
I don't know. It's even you said market economy, but the government isn't democracy. I mean, democracy and market economy should be together, you know?
Yeah, it is democracy, let's say. But now I don't like the main governmental officers there. That's why it's my own opinion. I like smart and clever people around the country around me.
I mean, Russia also they said democracy, but it's not.
No, it is not democracy. They are in the war, and mostly products are in a military, and they expenditure of budget based on the military, and they produce more guns, for example, weapons, and others. So modern technology based on the drones and etc. And they have another target. Russian people are irrational, so country is irrational. You can't forecast their future behavior or future steps. They are irrational.
I see, really.
And I think that other countries also, they can't conduct their behavior, what they will do for the next step.
You don't know. You cannot
No,
predict.
you don't know. No, you don't
Then,
know. You are not ready for that.
can you say Armenia economy and Russia economy is similar or is different?
They are similar. You know why? Because we were as a part of the Soviet Union, and most of the cultural awareness and challenges came from the Soviet Union. And old people, the elders have more experience based in Russia and culture, mentality and others. Also, we have a Russian schools here. Most Armenian people speak Russian fluently as a second tongue. That's why. For example, I speak Russian fluently. But I was born not in Soviet Union country. But the language is very important for Armenian because we have a lot of channels on TVs, and especially we watch on the channels, entertainments and etc. in Russian. So cinema in Russian, everything. So
Right.
most Armenian people they speak Russian fluently, but now the young generation they prefer English.
I see. So
That's
people want to be more Western Europe.
yeah. Young generation now they don't know Russian, but mostly they can speak English fluently,
I,
like in Georgia.
I see. So you are close with similar to Georgia.
Yeah, yeah.
Georgia is different from Russia, right?
Yeah, right. Because most of Armenian are living in Georgia, and most of Armenian even built Rustaveli and other center of the sightseeing of the country, of the city. And we have a lot of now Armenian people even in government.
Uh,
Mhm.
uh, Russia said they are they are democracy, but it is not. Nobody believed it, and also
Mhm.
they used to say Russia economy is a capitalist market economy. They say, but I'm not sure whether Russia economy is really capitalist economy or not. The
Yeah, that's why.
way they are doing is more like authoritarian, system. It's not capitalist.
Mhm.
It's more about the authority has more power. And you can also compare about Armenia economy and Russia economy. So I don't know, Armenia, can you say it's better or they are more market economy compared to Russia? I'm not sure. So can you
Mhm.
explain more about Russia?
All the situation based on the conflicts and especially on the beneficial issues like economic benefits and political benefit. When they are not crossing, we had a huge gap and a huge problem of designing our relations. This is the main issues of that we are in a different uh, situation, but we want to live better, and
Okay.
especially Armenia is. I will repeat again that we are a resource-based economy. It means that we are dependent, especially on gasoline and oil, like benzene. Of course, our products are waiting for the exportation, especially where the boundaries are closer, and uh, and we have economic and historical relations with Russia, and that's why mostly exports are basically based in Russia and imports as well.
So how can you differentiate market economy and socialist
Mhm.
economy using with example of Russia or Armenia economy. I mean, both of them, Armenia or Russia economy is not fully market economy, or
They are macro. They have a different issues in macroeconomics, and approximately how to aggregate two economies to each other. The main specter is the crossing boundaries. The first political issues, political benefits, economic benefit, demographic benefits. Like we have a lot of diaspora in Russia, and especially they are a huge entrepreneur and huge taxpayer in Russia, and they are ranked in Forbes. They are billionaires, and especially for the other reason that it's the country is reliable on making the benefits to each other. And our macroeconomic doesn't matching the macroeconomics of Russia, but the country interests are crossing.
so how can you categorize Armenia is a full market economy or partial market economy?
It is not full market economy because most of the resources we are dependent. And yeah, the prototype of the market economy works here, but in real life it doesn't work, because in real life we are crossing in a geo-economics, geographical economics, and we are not the single country. We are not Iran. We are not self-eastern country. That's why we are dependent. If the boundaries are closed, if our doors of economics and the country's doors are closed, in future and in the past, it shows the history that we had a lot of problem. We are not self-eastern country. We are not, let's say, self-made country. We can't import everything which we need.
Of course, you need a relationship with different countries, different people. You cannot stay alone. You know, you need a friends, and you have to have relationship with many people in this market economy context. And exception for Armenia, because you are landlocked country. You know, landlocked country. You have difficult to access seaport and many trade route. So that is the problem, Armenia. So you have limitation or obstacle for market economy. But Russia is not that. Russia has big country and a lot of seaport and a lot of trade with the many country. They can do business, but their system, instead of market, they are more about government control system, or they have less privatization. How can you say they have restriction of a lot of private business, because we don't see much private big company or many things as much as in America or West Europe. How can you categorize them?
Russia, so it is not full, it's full economy for them, because they had a huge resources, and they have a huge area in a geographic map. More than 150 million people are living there. Right. And they have money, they have resources. They other countries like EU countries, German, European countries are dependent from the cheapest resource like gasoline, and that's why all the products of EU countries they get more expensive. That's why so. And as I say, that the behavior of the Russian you can't conduct, so they are irrational. You can't conduct or forecast their future actions.
Why?
What will be the
why? why Russia is irrational? Why it is?
Irrational because they are imperia. That's why all imperious countries based on irrational behavior, like Ottomanian, the previously Ottomanian country, the modern type of Ottomanian country is Turkey. Next is Russia, who is more power of the country. They want to split the world in a huge spices and to get more cakes from the total revenues.
I see.
This is they are imperia, and the main focused on imperia to win more lands, to make the war against the civil countries, against the civil people, and to win more resources and be more and to get more power in dominating of resources. This is my opinion.
U.S. cases, U.S. is successful market economy. You know, they are richest in the world.
Yeah, it's though successful. Why? Because a lot of entrepreneur and a lot of entrepreneur based on their choices, and of course the government doesn't influence to their decision. They are free of producing what, why, and how.
Right.
No, Imperia, it is not, it is a full market economy, but the behavior of making the deal with other partners countries are so imperative. So they dictate their decisions and dictate their wishes and interest countries.
Right. I mean, hegemony, you want to say hegemony, imperial, something like that. Yeah, of course, US is hegemony behavior, and Russia, you said imperial also as a hegemony behavior. But US case economy is US economy is full market economy. They are powerful economy, successful economy. But in case of Russia, they are not full market economy and they are not successful economy. You know, they are not
because of the conflict. I think before it was very good for the countries, for EU, for Asian countries. Russia was the greater partner with other countries with economic, social, why not political views. And it depends on the main task, what is the main task and the urgently task for a country. Now, the urgently task is how to win the war, I think. And the next is it's coming the main targets and prioritization of the primary and secondary targets. They have primary target now is military. And so the second is not having any conflicts between the civil people, because most of Russian people are not happy with the war. Most of Russian people are living and they are very familiar. They are like brothers with Ukraine people. And especially it depends on the target and the main situation of a country.
I see. You said the Russia economy is much better before conflict.
Yeah, much better before conflict.
Potential for global economic power.
Yeah, potential and impatience of the global economy.
Russia used to be G7, G8 members, but after conflict, they lost the G8 member position. And you said the Russia economy was so bad after conflict, and just conflict, or isn't that Russia economic system or market economic system is not fully implemented or not fully realized, not fully successful like America? Do you?
It's not comparable, I think.
I mean,
it's not comparable.
If there is no conflict in Russia, you think Russia can be successfully, they can do market economy, or it will never happen to be full market economy in Russia?
So let's compare with the beginnings of the evaluation of the post-Soviet countries. So post-Soviet countries means that not having full economy. This is the main reason. The second reason is the prioritization of the private sector, and the mostly private sector's owners are from government. Now, what happened that a lot of billion of dollars are frozen in EU countries by in different banks. They are the Russian money. The money of the Russian people, or not Russian people, the huge entrepreneurs, international entrepreneurs. And secondly, before the conflicts, Russian Federation has ability to decide with other countries about the different topics. We can't compare the USA and Russia, because from the Soviet years till now, they have a cold war between them, and they can't touch the war, even the war letter W, because of two countries' huger interests. Never, I think that the USA never can be war in Russia, and the opposite. And how to do it? They can boost the war with the near countries like Armenia, Georgia, like Ukraine, and etc. This is type of the Cold War.
I see.
Now, Cold War is growing up, and it seems to be the Third World War.
I see. So you want to say now is also repeating something like the Cold War, similar to Cold War, something like
Cold War, yeah.
But you said.
But during the Cold War, now are dying a lot of people.
Right, right. So as Armenia is part of Eurasia Union, right?
This is officially called as a Eurasian Union.
I see.
Eurasian Union with the common interests, with the common conditions, let's say.
Or tax?
Common conditions, taxes, no taxes. So the employees, they choose where to work, and they don't have a boundaries, but sometimes they change the rules because of the war. Now, Armenian people, they don't prefer to work in Russia, because a lot of people are just not by their willingness. They are kept and straight to the war, and they can't fight. They are not soldiers, professional. They are civil people, and even they can't use weapon.
Who catch? Russia government catch them, or Armenian government?
Yeah. No, Russian government, and especially Ukraine government. Especially Ukraine. Now, the Russian government doesn't catch, because they boost how to boost people to be engaged in the military. They give money, more than a lot of money. I think that if I exchange ruble to dollar, it's more than $30,000 if you fight against Ukraine. And plus the subsidies, free apartments, living, and especially owners by money. And they solved this problem, because if you want to fight, you have to boost it, or by their willingness, or without their willingness.
I see. Then Ukraine government also catch Armenian civilians?
Yeah.
Why?
Civilians, because they have a Ukraine passport. If they don't have an opportunity to leave the country, they should fight, because this is the mandatory. It is urgent.
I see. You
they
mean
are citizen of the Ukraine.
I see. So Armenian diaspora in Ukraine, they become Ukraine citizen And
Yeah,
that's why
most of
Ukraine,
Armenian people leave Ukraine and
that's
they
why
return back.
Ukraine government catch them to fight. Of course,
Mhm.
because they become Ukraine citizen, you know.
Yeah, that's why.
And but in
This
case
is
of
your
Russia,
liabilities as a citizen.
but in case of Russia, Armenian civilian Russian citizen, or they are not Russian citizen.
They have a double citizenship. That's why a lot of Armenian people leave even the Russian zone and return back. Even Russian people are living here. They escape from the liabilities as a citizen to fight against Ukraine. And a lot of Russian people are living here with their families, and they and then they get the citizen quota status. They can work, they can live. Also, a lot of them even got citizenship.
So Armenia and Russia has dual citizenship. So if
Yeah,
Armenia are dual citizen, they also Russian citizen, you know. So
yeah,
Russian
but they
citizen
receive for
mean
citizen.
Russian
We have
citizen mean Russian government can ask them to fight, you know. That's
to return back to their citizen if they catch them, for example.
because
If they cross the country, if they cross the boundaries in Russia, they immediately will ask be engaged in the conflict as a soldier.
see if in case Armenian are not Russian citizen, Russian government can catch them.
Can't, no,
They can,
no, this is illegal, no.
but if they don't have passport, what about that?
So they are from China.
I mean,
They go to the China's embassy and let them to give the free zones or leaving the country.
when compared to Russia economy, you know, they have all the resources and they have a lot of gas and nature resources, oil, everything, and also they have a lot of trading routes, seaport, and many things Russia has. But why Russia economy is not successful like capitalism? Because do you see there is a related to the political system because
Mostly political system.
Russia democracy is not open or not widely open for free economy or free trade or innovation or investment or any business purpose. Do you see it is not good enough or not widely open the political system for economic growth?
So this is the main issues now. They are in the war. They are in conflict. And that's why the target of open or innovations based only in military sector only. So the target changed everything. If before it was the innovations, new technology, new business, new ideas, now it has been changed. It has been changed to another reason. And that it's fair because if the country is in the conflict, the first is how to protect and to save the other citizens, the country's interest and etc.
So you see the failure of Russia economy is they did not open widely.
Yeah, because of
Private sector.
this situation. Because of this situation. If situation is changed, maybe probably it will be better for the cooperation with other countries. And you don't know what is the main reason. You can't conduct. That's why I say that they are irrational.
Okay, then thank you very much, Christina. Have a good day, and maybe we can discuss more next time.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice day, and be in touch.